Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dependent Fanatic channel. I am the Dependent Fanatic, and today we're going to be talking about Michigan's offense. The offense that is supposed to be more 50-50 than 60-40 this season, and I'm about to show you some of the players that can contribute and try to make that not a possibility, but make it happen. At quarterback, of course, is J.J. McCarthy. He is a junior this upcoming season. 6'3", 196, can see over the line, can run like the wind. Has all the passes and tools in the tool chest. He had 2,719 yards last season, 22 touchdowns and 5 interceptions on 65% completion percentage. Now, there's a drop-off in talent that comes with the second string, whether it's Jack Tuttle, Davis Warren, or Alex Orji, and that is to be expected. But I think if JJ stays healthy, he will have the keys to this offense all season long, barring garbage time in late games. Let's go right from the quarterback position to the offensive line, who I believe is the most important position group on the entire football team. This offensive line goes 3 deep, and they could really treat it like hockey lines if they wanted to. Roll the next line in and let them beat up on some people, and then just keep rotating them in and out. It'll be interesting to see how they handle all of this talent on the offensive line, and there's a lot of it, so bear with me. At left tackle, Ladarius Henderson is a senior. He is 6'5", 310 pounds. He had 29 starts at Arizona State. He lettered in all 4 seasons there. His projected backup is Miles Hinton, another senior, 6'6", 320. Had 16 starts at Stanford and had 3 years of varsity. Both them guys were transfers in. At right tackle, you have Carson Barnhart, a senior, 6'5", 308 pounds, 9 starts last year and a 4-year varsity. And backing him up is Trente Jones, a senior, 6'4", 311 pounds, 6 starts last season and a 3-year letterman. At center, we have a transfer from Stanford, Drake Nugent, another senior, 6'2", 306 pounds, 24 starts at Stanford and a 4-year letterman. And backing him up is Raheem Anderson, a junior, 6'3", 320 pounds, no starts, but a 2-time letterman here at Michigan. At left guard, you have Traeger Keegan coming back, a senior, 6'6", 305 pounds, 23 starts, 2-time All Big Ten selection and academically as well. Backing him up is Giovanni El Hadi, a junior, 6'5", 317 pounds, 3 starts, but appeared in all 14 games on special teams last season. And at right guard, we have Zach Zinter, a senior, 6'6", 315 pounds, 31 starts, 2-time All Big Ten and academically as well. And backing him up, we have Reese Atterbury, a senior, 6'5", 315 pounds, no starts, but a 3-time letterman. Now, if you listen to me rattle off all them heights and weights, they're all 6'2" and above. Most of them around 6'5", 6'6". They're all above 305 pounds. Most of them around 315, 320 at the max. It's beefy up front. I can't wait. There's others behind them. The third line. Oh, and if you haven't noticed as well, the 2 deep there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 10 players are seniors. Backing them up, you have Greg Crippen still hanging around, Jeff Percy, Tristan Bounds, Andrew Gentry, and Dominic Gaitis. All of them have been here for quite a while as well. So experience, talent, and depth. There are 3 transfers, and all others are in the 2 deep, as I said, and they've been here for at least 2 seasons. Ben Herbert and Sharon Moore is putting emphasis on this offensive line. Herbert is creating monsters, and Sharon Moore is giving him the clay. And if you look at the recruiting class for 2024, I see no end in sight in getting big maulers up front. Now, behind the offensive line, you have running back, and Blake Corum is back. He is a senior. He is 5'8", 210 pounds, Now, these heights and weights, I do not know if they're up to date or not. They could be from the end of last season still. Um, he had 247 rushes for 1,463 yards, which is a 5.9 average, and he had 18 rushing touchdowns. Them are Heisman numbers, and if he would have finished them last 4 games of the season, there's no doubt in my mind he would have been the Heisman Trophy winner. Backing him up, Donovan Edwards, a junior, is back. 6'1", 204 pounds, the Don. He had 140 carries for 991 yards, a 7.1 average, 7 touchdowns, and he also had 200 receiving yards. Now, Kalel Mullings is a senior, the big bruiser, short yardage guy, 6'2", 232 pounds. He's 14 carries for 31 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's a former linebacker, so he is a versatile guy. CJ Stokes is behind him, a sophomore, 5'10", 196 pounds. He had 55 carries for 273 yards, which is a 5-yard average, and 1 touchdown. And then Benjamin Hall, the freshman, 5'11", 235 pounds. He had 13 carries for 96 yards, 7.4 average, and 1 touchdown in the spring game. And Cole Cabana is another freshman running back that will be practicing in fall camp as well, and he's very promising. Isaiah Gash had to medically retire, a sad situation there. A great player, just didn't want to. He didn't want to play football anymore. Too many injuries. He had senior surgery on his knee, I believe. And we've had other guys, coach on this team. Grant Newsome medically retired early in the prime of his career at Michigan as well. Best of wishes to him. Maybe he will be an assistant coach someday for Michigan. Let's move on to tight end. Tight end is pretty deep as well. Tight end Colston Loveland, sophomore, 6'5", 237 pounds. He had 16 catches for 235 yards, 14.7 average, and 2 touchdowns. In lieu of Eric All getting hurt midseason and transferring, and then Schoonmaker going in the second round to Dallas in the NFL draft, he will be the guy taking most of the load. A transfer in from Indiana, A.J. Barner, will have something to say about that as well. So he's a senior, 6'6", 250 pounds, 28 catches for 199 yards, 7.1 average, and 3 touchdowns at Indiana. Max Bredesen is your third-string guy, junior, 6'2", 232 pounds, 5 catches for 78 yards, 15.6 average, no touchdowns. And then Matt Hibner, a senior, 6'5", 245 pounds. He had 2 catches for 15 yards, 7.5 average, no touchdowns. All right, wide receiver. Cornelius Johnson is back, a senior. He is 6'3", 208 pounds, 32 catches for 499 yards, a 15.6 average, 6 touchdowns. He had a better 2021, maybe. You could look at it and say that. I think he's about ready to break out this season. Roman Wilson is your second guy. I'm not putting them in like the slot or the X or the Y or the H or the Z or whatever. I'm just giving you the 6 best wide receivers that I think Michigan has. Roman Wilson is number 2, senior, 6 foot, 185 pounds, had 25 catches for 376 yards, 15 average, and 4 touchdowns. Darius Clemens, a sophomore, 6'3", 214 pounds, no production yet, but he is built for it. Man, is he built for it. 6'3". He had a good spring game 2 years ago. And then backing him up, Christian Dixon's been there for a while, a junior, 6'2", 195, no production yet. But like I say, he's built for it, 6'2", 195. We'll see if this offense can get these receivers the ball more, like Harbaugh said he wants to. Tyler Morris backs them up, sophomore, 5'11", 185. He had 3 catches for 25 yards, including a critical first down versus Ohio State last season. Peyton O'Leary is a junior, 6'3", 195. He had 6 catches for 126 yards in the spring game this past spring. Will Amorian Walker return to wide receiver now that Josh Wallace has transferred in at cornerback? It remains to be seen, but another big, tall, strong, physical guy, 6'3". I think he could plug in there just fine and get some catches as well. So there you have it, the offense. In a nutshell, it's going to be pretty dominant. What would you rather have, an offense like this with the offensive line, the running game, the tight ends, the physicality, or a high-flying offense like Ohio State with all the wide receivers? We'll see if they have a quarterback that can get all them wide receivers the ball, and can they run the ball? Can they eat time of possession? Can they hold a lead like they could not versus Georgia in the playoff game? So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you have not, and thank you if you have. And have a great day, everybody, and go blue.